Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, March 11th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I keep opening and accepting a larger connection and understanding of my soul. And here we are. Where are we? Finishing up. We're in our last decan of Pisces energy. We're getting close to the end of it. Through the next week and few days, we're going to be finishing up Pisces. And this is where those Piscean lessons kind of start to increase and push, and they can be karmic in nature. And so when it comes to karmic nature things, sometimes we have understanding oh, I see where this connects in. And sometimes we're like, I don't even understand what is even happening. I feel like a lot of the energy of Pisces has been what is even happening this time? So you may relate to what I've been feeling. This week is overall quietish. The two main events that I see as I look at it is today, Venus moving into Pisces, which I love. And later this week, next Sunday, we're going to have the Sun and Neptune conjunct. And I don't think I actually mentioned him here. I mentioned it in my patron group month ahead video that Sun and Neptune conjunct always reminds me of Master One Feather. If you are a part of Soul Garden, you may remember him. He was a Pisces. And he always said that this energy is beautiful Make-A-Wish energy. So we're building to some beautiful Make-A-Wish energy at the end of the week. So between now and then, there's always going to be some shenanigans, but let's dig into today. The only big thing we have going on today is Venus moving into Pisces. But we're coming off the new moon, and we're going to be coming off of Mercury newly in the sign of Aries and meeting up with the moon. Now, I did a brief overview of Mercury in Aries, but there was so much other stuff going on, I feel like it got a little bit brushed over. Something to note that I didn't mention when it comes to Mercury in Aries is paying attention to your reactional energies. Aries can always have a very fast reaction. And there's the saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's so utterly untrue. I wish it was that way, right? But words really do hurt. We can heal or wound with our words. So be aware of that with Mercury in the sign of Aries, that there could be some elbows thrown with words over this time. I do believe, I'm thinking in my head, is it? Oh, here's the cheat sheet, which tells me I do believe that our first Mercury retrograde is actually happening in the sign of Aries. Yes, it is entirely in the sign of Aries. That's what I couldn't remember. So keep that in mind. We have some lessons when it comes to our reactional words. This is reactional words in regards to anything. I mean, your reactional words can also hurt you. Sometimes we're like, I am broken, I am this, I am that, and we see energies into our life that we don't want to. One that I have been working on is I used to say all the time, I'm tired. I was very tired. I still am at times, but I feel like seeding it was holding me down. So just keeping that in mind. What are you? What are you really? What are you beyond tired? My friend had a suggestion. She was like, when you are tired, maybe you could say, I am looking forward to being in my bed. And as funny as that is, it has been helpful. So just keep that in mind, that you're seeding your I ams in and through this transit. And being that there is a Mercury retrograde, we are being called to go a little deeper into these lessons of the reaction and who we are, and knowing who we are, and knowing that we want to announce who we are, right? So today, beyond coming off of those energies, Moon's still in Aries. Moon in Aries is adding to the reaction factor, but also can maybe give us a little zip, zip, zoom. I know Pisces season has been very surrendery and flowy, and I have often looked forward to my bed. this season so far. But we have Venus today. Venus shifting into Pisces. Venus will be shifting into Pisces at 2:50 p.m. So that's Pacific time. There's a few layers of this. One is that we're going to have Venus in Aquarius at 29 degrees through a large portion of the day. And this is a really interesting energy because, well, Venus in Pisces is like romance and hearts. Venus in Aquarius doesn't know quite all about that whole thing. It's more about recognizing what vibrational energies you would like to relate to and relate with. Venus in Aquarius is more about, I think, opening up our box of what, Pandora's box for sure, what is, I don't want to use the word acceptable, but like where we can innovate in our relationships, where we can expand our connections and relatability with whatever, whether it's God, universe, people, things, or animals. There's a call to innovation when it comes to Aquarius energy. So you may feel this. You may feel a call to change. And I think that's, kind of working with a lot of the other energies coming in, these eclipse energies coming in, that we have those feelings, that call to change. But be aware of that. Specifically, I feel like be aware of what vibration is created when you interact with anything, whether it's interacting with a song, interacting with a person, interacting with your car, interacting with traffic on your way to work. Notice what that interaction is and see where you can be the soul of the place. See where your beautiful vibration can bring influence, especially if you find yourself being overly influenced by others. I love that Rumi verse, wherever you stand, be the soul of this place. Notice that. Now, that being said, once Venus shifts into Pisces, we're going to go into Venus 0. So you may go from being like, I'm picking up good vibrations, to like, blah. It can kind of feel a little blah to me. And Venus at 0 feels graceless. It's not going to be for long. It definitely will move a little bit into Tuesday's energy. But you can still remember the lesson of the vibrational energy. And you can call it forth and utilize it. And I highly recommend that in this energy. Now, Venus in Pisces, like I said, is super romantic. Pisces remembers oneness with the universe. And so Venus in Pisces is where we strive for oneness with another, whether it's the universe, our partner, our friends. We want to remember that beautiful, deep connection, and we can. Not everybody's always there, though, and so that's important to remember for the Pisces energy. Not everybody's ready to become one with you. Venus in Pisces can also be a divine pleasure junkie. Pisces is known for escapism, and Venus brings the pleasure. So watch for escaping into pleasure at times. There's a time for it. There's a balance for it. But watch going overboard, because Venus energy can definitely push us a little bit overboard. So indulge, but as much as you can, stay present. Stay present, be present. I feel like Rumi's poems and verses are literally the best thing when it comes to Venus and Pisces. I feel like everything Rumi says about love could be applied to Venus and Pisces. So I encourage you, if you're a Rumi lover like I am, to look into Rumi verses to help support Venus and Pisces. Now, I will mention that as we are finishing up this Piscean time, like I said, it's quite karmic. Venus and Pisces can sometimes bring up karmic ties to be healed. We will especially see that, I believe, as Venus nears Saturn. But just be aware of that. If things are coming up, see how you can be a healing balm to whatever is coming up and release it, recognizing the connection to oneness is always there. So, that being said, let's look at these cards. I have a Rumi card for us. We have some fighting going on. And this might be some fighting about like the vibrational energies, interactions of it. This also could be coming up once Venus hits that 0 point, that graceless point. It's amazing when you realize like how much these transits can affect you and feel that like graceless period. Now, let me also say this, that astrology isn't an exact science. And some of us feel it a little earlier and some of us feel it a little later. So you might be like, well, it's not 2:50 p.m. Pacific time yet. Why am I feeling this aggro? Okay, so you're feeling Venus's gracelessness at 0 a little earlier. That's okay. Notice what you're feeling and see what you're being called to work through. See what you're being called to release. I feel like there's so much release energy right now happening in this last little week of Pisces as we, build to these eclipses. What are you holding on to and what are you resisting? We have the Harmony card. It's a call to harmonize. My brain is so tired right now. Oh, see, look at me. Look at me seeing that. I am so looking forward to being in my bed. There we go. So, harmony. Find where you can find a beautiful and harmonious relationship between your mind and your heart. We've got some inner child stuff coming up. This could be some ego stuff coming up with the Aries energies. The second eclipse in the pair is going to be in Aries and definitely, I think, is bringing up ego, inner child stuff. So notice where that's coming up. What is your engagement with that inner child and your inner parent? Here we have creativity. This is the Empress. It is a mother card. So inner child and mother, finding this harmony, finding this balance within yourself. All right, maybe outside of yourself too. Let's finish up with this Rumi card. I don't know how this went so long. I didn't think I had that much to say. I pulled card 40, Blessing of Al-Hakim. Hakim. Said it wrong. And this is actually one of my favorite Rumi verses. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is an option. Bewilderment is a vision. There's another interpretation of it that goes along like, if you could forget your tricks and cleverness, that would be the cleverest trick. And that's how I always remember that one. This oracle comes with special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life-giving love through all tradition. The old wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are to ever know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. Should we do the sacred healing ritual? I think so. Or sacred honoring ritual. Say aloud, I call on the divine presence that loves me unconditionally, and I surrender to your wisdom. Bless me now with the ability to accept your grace, your bounty, and your gift of my life in all its mystery. Help me to learn and grow that I may realize the love that lies within all, including my own being. May I dwell in the loving mystery of sacred compassion. I call upon the wisdom of the ancient ones, those who love me unconditionally and know truth. May your power and knowledge calm my mind and ignite my spirit, so that I may be one with love, empowered in peace and purpose. So be it. And the wisdom after that is rest. You have completed your sacred honoring ritual. So, if you are also looking forward to your bed, rest as much as you can as we finish up this Pisces energy. This is finishing up this astrological year. Take it easy. Notice what needs to release at this time for new goodness to come in for all of us. So, that is it for today. You can book a reading, eclipse readings available, regular readings available. Reach out to me for any information. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power And remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.